Hi guys, welcome back to Cooking with Claudia. Today I'm going to show you how to make this easy one-pan steak and potatoes that is flavored with garlic, butter, and herbs. It's so good and such a great weeknight dinner. You only need a few ingredients for this recipe and it comes together in no time. So let's get started. Okay guys, I have some steak here. I'm using New York strip. And the first thing you have to do is get your steak out of the fridge and let it come to room temperature. That way it cooks evenly. So we're going to start by seasoning the steak with salt and pepper on both sides, then allow them to come to room temperature for 30 minutes. So while the steak is coming to room temperature, we're going to prep some fresh herbs. I have here some fresh parsley, some thyme, rosemary, and oregano. Each herb brings a unique flavor to the meal and they smell so good together, especially when they're fresh. Alright, I'm going to strip them of their stems, then finely chop them all together. Once they're nice and fine, like so, you're going to transfer a handful into some softened butter, then keep the rest for later. I also crushed some fresh garlic. I'm gonna add that right in, then mix everything together. Once that is all mixed in, you're going to put half of the mixture onto your steak, then leave the rest for later. Go ahead and smear the mixture all over your steak. Make sure you get it on every single part. We don't want to miss out on any flavor. And I like to do this while the steak is still coming to room temperature. That way it will marinate while doing so. So while the steak is marinating and coming to room temperature, we're going to cook the potatoes. So in a hot skillet, we're going to heat up some olive oil as well as butter. Once the butter is melted, we're going to add some potatoes. And I'm using Yukon Gold potatoes cut into bite-sized pieces. Next, we're adding some minced garlic and a handful of the fresh herbs. Then we're going to season with salt and pepper. Go ahead and toss everything together and let the potatoes cook on medium heat for about 8 minutes until they are completely cooked through. Once the potatoes are cooked, remove them from the pan and set aside for later. Next, we're going to turn the heat to high and let the skillet get nice and smoky. Then we're going to add the steak. Allow the steak to cook for 3 minutes on high heat without touching them to form a nice crust like this. This looks so good. And I like my steak medium, so I cooked them for 4 extra minutes on the other side. Also, make sure you baste your steak to keep them flavorful and juicy because that melted butter has mingled with the steak juices and there is so much flavor going on in this pan. Last, you're going to grab the remaining butter mixture we set aside earlier and add dollops of that onto your steak and let that goodness melt into the steak. And you want to do this right before your steak is done, that way the butter can have time to melt. Go ahead and add your potatoes and you are ready for some good dinner. The garlic, butter, and herbs pack this meal with so much flavor. The steak is very tender and juicy, and the potatoes are soft and buttery. If you guys want the ingredients and measurements, check out the description box. I have everything there. Thank you guys so much for spending time with me today. If you enjoyed this video, please give it a like, share, and subscribe to my channel if you're not already. I'll see you soon. Bye.